Okay, the next thing to do is going to be the walls. And it's very similar to the way that we lofted the track surface. There's two key differences, which I will show you here in just a moment. Most North American short tracks are going to have walls typically between 3 to 4 feet high and about a foot wide. So that's a rectangle that I'm going to create. And I'll just move that over here. To where I can work with it. There we are. And you're going to want one on each bit of the track, just like before. Now, quick note while we're here, just like the track surface, you can actually bank this if you want to go along with the track angle. There's nothing wrong with it, but for the ease of this tutorial, just to make everything easy, I'm just going to show you that you can, and then I'll go back. But that's how it comes out, and it actually does work very well. The only problem with that is that you need to use a texture with the poles mapped onto it, or be prepared for a lot of manual editing of the poles that you create. So for now, we'll just sit here with these. Just like with the track surface, we're going to have to retrace these starting from the right side. So there's our two retrace pieces. Go ahead and delete the originals. Now the difference here, select the vert on the outside and break it. And you'll see why here in a few minutes, but select that outside edge and break it. So now we've got our wall sections. Now remember, everything's got to line up. The pivots. Doesn't matter where it is, what it is, that pivot all has to be the same. All a common pivot point. So we'll make that and that both pivot right off the inside edge of the track. There we go. Now we can loft. Start with the fully banked version. Find our loft path. And then grab that. And if you look at the track, also when you get to this point, go down also on your shape steps to 0 on the walls, because it doesn't need to be extra high poly. But make sure the number of path steps line up. If you don't, you'll get a bunch of holes at the bottom edge of your walls. But you can see right here, because we haven't done the path steps yet, that we got these big gaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back over that. And you can do this one of two ways. You can either write down what your path steps were when you started, or you can look at these little lines here. And they come up real good if you invert the track. Or you can sometimes see them if you haven't applied a texture yet. But you're going to do the same thing in all the same spots that you did with the track surface. So there's our banked wall. And here's our flat wall. And you see how that all lines up still? Comes out really, really nice. And we're going to do the same thing with the fence as well. But just for now, go through and find my wall bits. Come on. As another aggravating thing, sometimes you got to go through and actually type in your path step number because it gets stuck. I have a bad habit of doing that. Alright, one more down here. So we gotta type this in again. Get shape low. Get shape high. Okay, now our walls match the track all the way around. Very, very simple. And once you practice this a few times, once you understand the concept, this whole tutorial video, everything that I've done in this video can be done in a matter of probably 5 minutes. I've actually already modeled this track, or remodeled this track for rFactor. I've gotten all the surface done. It took me about a night trying to work this method out.